Are you still like an official Stark rider, like on the factory team?
Yeah.
Can you guys break down this bike for me? Can someone explain this to me?
Can I tell you, this dude's such a dumbass. I had to talk him into doing the deal.
Wait, what do you mean?
I gave you credit on another podcast too. It hasn't even come out yet.
Wait, what do you mean?
He was
Break
like,
it down for me.
He was like, hey man, like, you know, the Stark dudes are hitting me up. And for me, like being in the industry, I see like, yeah, like that bike is the future of the sport. There's so much stuff you can do with it. So many things you can get away with it, not having noise. Like, you know, neighbors are going to get pissed eventually and not want to hear dirt bike noises in the yards. So when they hit him up, he was like, I don't know, is it kind of like selling out if I ride this bike? And I'm like, not at all. If anything, you're going to be on the forefront of this. So when everyone does switch over, you've already had so much time on this bike where you're going to be so much more comfortable and ride it so much better than everyone else. And I'm like, what other bike manufacturer is offering you money right now? And when I said that, he's like, no one. I'm like, well, there's your fucking answer.
But the bike was not untested, but in like free ride and freestyle, it hasn't really, it hadn't been proven in whip.
No, not at all.
Any, like electric bikes have been in the scene for a minute and they've never done good whips. So
Yeah.
so I was kind of nervous. I'm like, man, there's no revving. Like I was almost like thinking I'm not going to get a medal this year no matter what, because it doesn't make noise and stuff. Like I didn't know. So it was kind of like risky, but yeah, he steered me in the right direction there. And then it worked out and ended up being like the most punk rock thing ever, in my opinion. like now I'm just doing something completely different, and like it's so perfect for me too in the hills, and like it's like a dream come true kind of. So
it's rad to see too, because it's funny too when you first switched over. I would go through and like read some of your comments, and people are like, oh, you're such a pussy, you're an idiot, I can't believe you're going green. And if anyone knows Patrick, he's not like going green. He's like he's riding a bike because he likes it. He's making money doing it, and he's killing it on it. So why would you not do that?
I love that thing. Yeah. I don't care about. I mean, going green's great. But that had nothing to do with my decision really. But it's a great byproduct of it. So
yeah, I think it's sick. I think there's so much more potential with that bike because it's so fresh. It's only been around for 2 years.
Yeah, we're scratching the surface right now.
Yeah, and like you said, like before, there's been electric bikes in the past that were okay. I seen dudes riding freestyle on them, but you never seen anyone do like an insane whip on them.
Yeah, the gyro was kind of like everyone was like wondering if it would work because there's no piston going up and down, I guess.
Yeah.
And that obviously doesn't really matter.
What's the learning curve like versus standard bike? Like if you were riding just a normal bike versus riding like an electric bike going up a ramp, like because you don't get to have that like quick little punch,
what's
right?
Weird is most of us go off of sound and feel, and that's why like I haven't jumped a ramp on those things. Like when he came out and rode the ramp, I was nervous as hell because like you don't hear anything, and it's like the power is instant. Like there's a lot of power. Like you can put it up to 80 horsepower. He only runs it at what?
55.
Yeah, like dude, the bikes. I rode one day where we went on a trail ride and I'm coming down the street, and I was like, I'm gonna put this thing on 80 and see. And I'm doing like 30, 40 miles an hour already, and I gassed it wide open. And I did like a 300-foot burnout. I was like, I was tripping.
They rip
And I looked down and I don't even know how fast I was going, but I was wide open to the point where it's like hauling ass, tucked, quiet. And I'm like, man, if I crashed on the asphalt right now, this would really hurt. So I was like, I better slow down. Like,
yeah, I mean, I can't imagine driving something like that without the sound though. Because like even riding this little 50 around the parking lot, I know when I'm like doing too much because I can hear it, and I'm not even good at riding bikes.
That's a question for him. It's more a feel, right?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think it really matters, obviously, but I think we think about all this stuff on dirt bikes. Like we think that it's important, and it's not. Like
when you get on the bike,
even like imagine like I always would think about having my fingers on the front brake and the clutch, and like. It's so silly to think that we like freak out about that, but I get it. But now I'm used to like I double fist everywhere now. I just do that, but so I don't have to think about it. But it's like the same. And then at 55 horsepower, I go up to the ramp and I hit it the exact same that I hit it on 450. Yeah. I go up to the bottom of the ramp and then I go as slow as I can. When my front wheel hits the bottom, I pin it, and that's the same thing on a 450. And because I mean, there's at the very top of the ramp, if you had the horsepower up higher, maybe you'd feel like a little bit more still pulling. Maybe it's a little bit more, but like. The bike can only go so fast in the 15 foot, place where you need to take off. Yeah. So like, it's not that gnarly.